Hi, everybody. Hope you're doing well today. As for me, I just got out of my therapy appointment. It went okay. And then I had a little mishap where I was scheduled to see another doctor. And then when I went to check myself in, they decided at the last minute to tell me that they were overbooked and that I needed to reschedule. And of course, my ride was here, and I let them know that I had an appointment and that they could go. And then I found out that my appointment was rescheduled. So I let my ride go, and just to find out that I wasn't going to be seen. And now my ride is gone. So I'm kind of stranded right now. And who knows when my ride's going to be here. So I figured I would just leave a video and talk to you guys for a few minutes. Um, my appointment went okay today. We talked all about panic attacks. I think I've been talking to you guys about how I've been suffering with them a lot lately. And today we had an interesting appointment because we were talking about where I thought my panic attacks were stemming from. And I was guessing that it was stemming from social anxiety. And I don't know if I mentioned before, but I also suffered from disassociation. And it's something that I suffered from for years. And I think recently, with the help of medications and therapy, I've come to the realization that I'm no longer in disassociation. I'm very much aware of my surroundings and the people around me. And I think that has caused my panic attacks because I'm no longer walking around with my head in the clouds. I'm very much aware of my surroundings and the people around me. And I'll tell you, with everything in the current events, not only in our nation with politics and the upcoming elections and everything, but just current events in my city with murders, and there's just been a slew of them lately. Recently, there was a little boy that was found on a neighbor's porch, laying in a box that a woman keeps on her porch for stray cats. Just a little 3-year-old boy found on her porch, sleeping in a box with no clothes on, just a diaper, where she leaves out for stray cats. And when they found the little boy, they contacted the police, and the little boy made a mention about his mommy being in the car and the car being on fire with two bad men. Well, it turns out that they had video surveillance showing these two jerks, these two horrible humans running off with this little boy. Thank God they didn't hurt the little boy, but you could see in the background that there was a car on fire. And they found two bodies in the car. And they haven't yet identified the remains, if one's a man or one's a woman, but I'm thinking one of them is his mommy, and the one was possibly his father. They were also traveling with a friend of theirs, and that body was missing. But then, like a week or two later, they found another body in a fire pit. It's just a really gruesome story. And then there was a murder of two people, and then current event news is stories with people just taking other people's lives, and it's all so consuming and all so much, and it's just so horrible to think about what we as humans can do to one another. And I really think it stems from a lack of empathy and really a lack of faith. I think if you have a belief in a higher power, no matter what your higher power is, you would have more value for human life, and these kind of things wouldn't happen. And I know making a video like this isn't going to change anything, but it is my channel, and I want it to be organic, and I like to talk about things that matter to me and, you know, affect my life. And I've always been a really sensitive person. And when one person hurts, whether I know them or not, it affects me. And I think it should affect all of us because we all are brothers and sisters. Even if you don't like a person, you have to respect them. And it's just so sad. And I really think that me having disassociation was really helping me for a long time there, because I could just sort of go into my own little world and cut myself off. And I really think coming to terms with my disassociation and getting me back into reality and being aware of my surroundings, it's really contributed to my panic attacks. Now, I'm not blaming society as a whole. I know that my panic attacks stem from my rapes and my abuse as a child, and I'm working on it every day. My counselor told me that I'm getting closer and closer to starting EMDR, which is, I'm not 100% sure exactly what it is, but my understanding of it is where you can go back to kind of go back and get to the root of where the abuse stems from and the occurrences. There's a bee trying to sting me. Um, get away from me, bee. That can go back and detail where the abuse started. And you can kind of like go back in time and sort of like role play and get to the root of the cause of your anxiety and help you answer some unanswered questions. And I'm really looking forward to that. So I was wondering if any of you that are watching this, if you've ever heard of EMDR, if you've ever partaken in EMDR, if you've had any experiences with it, if you could leave some comments in the comment section below. I'd really be interested to hear what your experiences with it is. I must admit I'm a little hesitant to it. I'm very curious to get to the root of things. I think our brains are amazing. They're built so miraculously. It's got to be the power of a higher power that created it. I think our minds help us in so many ways. It protects us from so much pain. And it's just amazing to me the things you remember. But I also believe that our brains have the power to help us forget things that may be too much for us to remember. And I have to admit that I am a little afraid to find out things that I just can't recall. There may be a reason why you don't remember certain things, but my curiosity and wanting to get to the root of the problem outweighs any sort of fear I have. So that's going to be my next step on my road to mental health recovery. So I hope to be journaling that and leaving videos for you guys, letting you know when I uncover with that. So that's something rather exciting I'm looking forward to doing. I'm always going to pray. I always pray daily that, for God's guidance. And I know that he'll never get me into something he can't get me out of. But it's something that I want to share with you guys, because if there's anyone out there that's going through something like this or has been through something like this, I want you to know you're not alone, that the struggle is real. You're not going through it alone. There's other people out there like you, like me. And together, we have a story we can share. And it's just so great to have a platform to be able to showcase it. So that was my appointment today. That was what was on my mind. It's a pretty nice day today. I'm wearing my little St. Jude Children's Hospital hoodie that I got for donating. That's a charity that I hold very near and dear to my heart. I believe no child should have to have cancer. And if they do have cancer, thank God for organizations like St. Jude, where no children are turned away, regardless of their money situations. Truth be told, I wish that there was an organization like that for grown-ups too. I recently discovered that the American Cancer Society doesn't really offer a lot of help for people, and it was quite dismaying, because that is an organization that I have given money to, and I'm not quite sure if I will continue to. I think that it might be better to just donate right to a person that you may know that's suffering through cancer. As for my friend Shirley, I'm still thinking of you. I am going to edit this and put a link to her YouTube page. And she also has something for like a GoFundMe page and something called Shirley's Fight. And I'll also add that in a link in my description. if you would be so kind as to take the time to read about her struggles. And if you find it in your heart to donate, that would be just so wonderful and kind. I think I've rambled enough. I'm sorry for all the ums. I'm I did it again. I'm outside making my video out here in the public. People are looking, but I don't care. I'm staying focused. I'm talking to my people here on YouTube, and it's always welcoming and wonderful to be able to leave a video for you guys. Sorry I don't look my best, but it's a day off, so I got no one to impress. I never have anyone to impress. Just me and God. That's all that really matters. And you guys, of course. I hope this video finds you well. And until we talk again, you take care. Bye.